Hi class, how are you today? That's not very constructive. The learning target for today is to construct triangles using a compass and a straight edge. You're 3 if you can construct triangles with no help. You're 2 if you can construct triangles if you use your notes. You're 1 if you can construct triangles if you watch the video. And you're 0 if you cannot construct triangles. So today we're going to use the 4 basic constructions we used last time. So copying a line segment, copying an angle, perpendicular bisector, and bisecting an angle. And we're going to use all 4 of those to create triangles. So triangles given different parts of the triangle, and we're going to make a bunch of triangles. And we're also going to make some special angles at the end as well. All right, let's get started. All right, so the first construction we're going to do today is to construct a triangle given 3 sides. And I have 3 sides here, and I'm going to construct a triangle out of them. By the way, you can use this same method in copying a triangle. You can actually use a few different methods in copying a triangle, but this is the one I like to go to. It's the easiest, in my opinion, because what you're doing here is just copying a line segment 3 times. So remember when we learned about how to construct a line segment using a compass and a straight edge? We're just going to be using that method 3 times, essentially on top of itself. So just like we do normally with copying a line segment, we put a point somewhere on our paper, and then we measure one of the line segments, doesn't matter which one. And again, when I say measure, I mean measure with the compass. And then when we place our point down, we make an arc. And then with our ruler, connect. Now we measure another one of the line segments. Place it on one of the points, and we make an arc. Then we measure the third line segment. Place it on the other point, and we make another arc. And where those 2 arcs intersect is where we draw our next 2 line segments. And now we have our triangle. And each of those sides are the lengths of those 3 line segments. All right, next we're going to construct a triangle given 2 sides and an included angle. What that means is both of these sides are going to touch that angle. So first we do the same thing we did before, and we're going to copy a line segment. Again, it doesn't matter which one, but we start with making a point. Then we make an arc that is the width of one of these line segments. I'm going to choose the bigger one for no reason at all. And make an arc. Then going to use the ruler and connect. Next, I'm going to copy the angle. So I'm going to make an arc here, make that same arc here. Then I'm going to measure the width. And then make an intersection. Again, that's just the copy angle method that we did last time. Now, also, I'm going to measure the width of the other line segment. Place it at the same point and make another arc. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a line segment that goes through that intersection but stops at this arc. And then all I need to do now is connect the other one. And there we have our triangle. All right, now we're going to construct a triangle with two angles and an included side. What that means is the side touches both of the angles. It's going to be in between both of the angles. So first thing we're going to do, as we've been doing with the others, is copy a line segment. So we place a point. Then we measure the line segment with the compass. And we make an arc. And we connect. Then we are going to copy each angle. So we make our usual arcs, measure the width, and make an intersection. Then we do the same thing for the second angle. And we do need to watch out for all the intersections here. Measure the width. And remember, this intersection was over here and there. And so now what we're going to do is draw one line segment there, copying that angle, and then we're going to draw this line segment And you might have a little bit sticking out like we do right here, but that's okay. We have the triangle. All right, next we're going to make an isosceles triangle, specifically with the base given and the side given. So an isosceles triangle is a triangle with two sides that are the same. So the base is the side that is not the same, and the side, you're going to have two lengths that are that length. Two sides that are that length. So the base is the part that's not the same. The side, there are two of them, and they're equal. So just like we've been doing, we start by making a point, and we copy the base. Then, just like when we were constructing a triangle with three sides, we do the same thing but with this side twice. So we're going to measure it. Put the point down, make an arc, then switch to the other one, put the point down, make the arc. And now we're going to connect. And we have our isosceles triangle. All right, now we're going to construct a triangle, an isosceles triangle, given the base and its altitude. Its altitude is the height. You can think of altitude as when you're flying in a plane, the pilot will say what the altitude is. It's how high up the plane is. It's the height of the plane. So here it's the same thing. It's the height of the triangle. Specifically, it's the length from the bottom, the base of the triangle, to the top of the triangle at a 90-degree angle. So first thing we're going to do, same thing we've been doing, copy the base. Place a point. Make our arc. And connect. Now, to create the altitude, we're going to have to create a perpendicular bisector. So remember when I said the altitude made a 90-degree angle? So that's why we're using the perpendicular bisector, because we need to make a 90-degree angle. So remember, perpendicular bisector construction, make sure your width is more than halfway. Make an arc above and below. Switch to the other point. Above and below. And then connect. Now, we know where the middle is, so we need to measure the altitude. Place it at the middle, and we make an arc. Notice that it does not go through our perpendicular bisector because we made it too short. So we just extend it. And now we're going to connect with that intersection. And there's another isosceles triangle, this time with the base and the height of the triangle. Now we're going to make an equilateral triangle. So to make an equilateral triangle, well, it's honestly just the same as making a triangle with 3 sides. It's just we're using this side 3 times. So just like with all the others, we start by copying the line segment. Make a point, measure the width, and connect. Then, making sure we still have the same width, make an arc from both points, and connect them both. And we have our equilateral triangle. All 3 sides are the same length. All right, next we're going to make some special angles. So these, we don't have anything were given to us, we're just going to make these angles. So the first angle we're going to make is a 60-degree angle. And to do that, we essentially do the beginnings of making an equilateral triangle. So I place a point, then I'm going to place my point on that point, and I'm going to make a new point. Going to connect. And then, using the same width, going to make an arc, switch over, make another arc, and then connect. And I have a 60-degree angle. Now let's say I want to make a 30-degree angle. Well, if you think about it, a 30-degree angle is half of a 60-degree angle. So what we can do is make a 60-degree angle and then cut it in half. So we start by making a point, making an arc, connecting, keeping the same width, make an arc, switch to the other side, make another arc, connect. And now we need to cut it in half, so we use the angle bisector construction. So adjust our width. Then we're going to make an arc through this. Then we're going to place our point on one of the intersections, make an arc, switch to the other intersection, make another arc, and then connect. And we now have a 30-degree angle. All right, now time for our last angle, a 45-degree angle. Well, we know how to make a 90-degree angle using a perpendicular bisector, so let's make a 90-degree angle and then use the angle bisector construction and cut that in half. So first we make a line segment. Then we use the perpendicular bisector construction. More than halfway, arc above and below, switch to the other side, arc above and below, and connect. Now that we have a 90-degree angle, we're going to cut this in half. So we use the perpendicular bisector construction, the angle bisector construction, we make an arc, then from each of those intersections, we extend this a little bit, make another arc, and another arc. And now we have a 45-degree angle. Now time for the sponge activity. 3 questions. Number 1, what does it mean to be an equilateral triangle? Number 2, what does it mean to be an isosceles triangle? And number 3, what does it mean to be an altitude of a triangle? All right, that's it for this lesson. Once again, please make sure to take notes in the entire lesson. Remember, take notes on all the steps I did. Take a picture of everything, submit it all to Doodle Classroom, and have a good night.